population was killed. We can't let that happen again.
Yeah, you're right. I guess this is a new part of reality now.
Why are the alarms going off?
Warning. Warning. Fog containment
Oh hell no.
breach. Fog
Sir, the
containment
entities are
breach.
escaping and the fog is spreading across the lab.
Warning. Warning.
What?
Fog containment
Seal every
breach.
area with
Fog
containment breaches before it
breach.
gets introduced again to the public.
Warning.
We
Warning.
can't let this
Fog
happen.
reported in sections
Yes, sir.
1 through 10. Seal sections immediately. Warning.
Do not let the
Warning.
fog go into
Fog
section
reported
11.
in sections 1 through 10.
I am trying.
Seal sections immediately. Warning. Warning. Fog reported in sections 1 through 11. Seal sections immediately. Containment has failed.
The National Weather Service in Los Angeles has issued a dense fog advisory for the Los Angeles Basin and immediate coastal areas, effective until 7:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time this evening at 9:37 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. An exceptionally thick and stellar marine advection fog layer has unexpectedly locked down the coastline and rapidly moved inland, erasing the previous heat wave conditions. Automated weather observations at Los Angeles International Airport report temperatures crashing to 63 degrees with relative humidity sitting at 100%. Visibility has plummeted to under 1/4 of a mile across Ventura, Santa Monica, Torrance, Long Beach, Anaheim and portions of Orange and San Bernardino, with vertical ceilings dropping to a dangerous 150 feet. Due to gentle west-southwest winds at only 3.9 knots. The fog is unable to disperse and is expected to remain pinned over these populated corridors through the evening hours. This extreme reduction in visibility is creating critical hazards on all major roadways, including Interstate 5, Interstate 10, Interstate 405 and Pacific Coast Highway if you must drive through the impacted areas of Ventura, Orange, or San Bernardino. Slow down, maintain a safe following distance, and use your low-beam headlights or fog lights. Do not use high beams as the thick droplets will reflect the light back into your eyes and further blind you. All travelers out of Los Angeles International Airport should expect severe flight delays or cancellations due to dense fog actions and ground stop protocols. In addition, a high surf advisory remains in effect along south-facing beaches, where dangerous 7-foot breakers are crashing invisibly through the blanketed mist. Stay out of the water as stronger currents are requiring active rescues under extremely low visibility conditions. Repeat, a dense fog advisory is in effect for Los Angeles and surrounding coastal and inland regions until 7:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Stay tuned to local media and NOAA Weather Radio for further updates.
Shame on you, bad boy.
I don't like any of you, except maybe Tina.
Hey!
Yes. The new $2 cheesy double beef burritos. A 3-cheese blend with melty nacho cheese sauce and double the seasoned beef. And it comes in spicy. It's like
A civil danger warning has been issued for the city of Beverly Hills. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, the Beverly Hills Police Department, and the California Governor's Office of Emergency Services. At around 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, multiple hostile entities have been reported within the fog that is occurring across the city of Los Angeles. These creatures, which first appeared across Alaska and caused catastrophic damage throughout North America, have recently breached containment and are currently invading Beverly Hills, including the surrounding Santa Monica Mountains foothills, Wilshire Boulevard, and the Sunset Strip. Due to the rapid onset of the fog, visibility levels have dropped to near zero, making vehicular travel and pedestrian movement impossible. If you look at one of these entities, you will become motionless, and it will vigorously kill you if you enter its line of sight. If you are not found by the entity, the motionless state will persist for 15 to 20 minutes. These entities have killed more than 1/4 of the Beverly Hills population within the first 30 minutes of the initial sighting. Out of approximately 30,000 residents, roughly 22,000 remain alive within the city. All remaining residents of Beverly Hills are advised to shelter in place immediately and remain quiet as to not draw the entity's attention. They will only kill you if you are heard or seen. Do not attempt to evacuate, as you will become lost within the fog. If caught outside, an entity may find you and force you to view its face before killing you. Because visibility levels are extremely low, you will not know if you are near an entity or not. All emergency services, including 911, have been shut down and are completely unavailable due to severe atmospheric interference generated by the fog itself. Remain calm at all times and do not panic. Stay tuned for more information and updates regarding this situation.
This is ABC 10 News from Sacramento, California. We are receiving multiple reports that a very dense fog has spread across most of southern and central California, as well as multiple bay areas in California. This is the same fog anomaly that was first recorded in Alaska a few months ago, and most recently reported in Southern California just 2 days ago. of which visibility levels are extremely low, making it extremely dangerous for anyone to go outside and drive in those impacted areas. The National Weather Service has severely underestimated the rapid advancement of this anomaly. Initial forecasts predicted visibility levels would hold at around 1,000 feet, but recent reports from ground stations in the San Francisco Bay Area and Los Angeles County have confirmed that visibility has plummeted to under 300 feet. In heavily blanketed regions, such as Beverly Hills and the surrounding foothills, visibility has reached an absolute minimum of 0 feet, rendering any form of navigation entirely impossible. Local authorities are strictly urging all citizens to pull off the roads immediately if driving, and to seek shelter indoors. Reports of bizarre hazardous conditions within the mist are currently being investigated by state officials. We will continue to bring you updates as this unprecedented weather
A civil emergency message has been issued for the following counties: Imperial, San Diego, Riverside, Orange, San Bernardino, Los Angeles, Ventura, Santa Barbara, Kern, San Luis Obispo, Tulare, Inyo, Kings, Fresno, Monterey, San Benito, Madera, Mariposa, Merced, Stanislaus, Santa Cruz, Santa Clara, San Mateo, San Francisco, Alameda, Contra Costa, San Joaquin, Marin, Solano, and Sacramento. Effective until 10:38 and 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on July 20, 2022. The following message is transmitted at the request of the California Governor's Office of Emergency Services and the National Weather Service. A catastrophic, unprecedented fog anomaly is currently sweeping inland across the windward valleys and metropolitan corridors. Due to the extreme density of this fog, visibility levels in the affected counties have instantaneously plummeted from several miles down to under 300 feet. In heavily impacted coastal and valley regions, ground stations are reporting absolute zero visibility. Conditions are extremely hazardous. All vehicular travel is immediately suspended. If you are currently driving on any major highway or local roadway within the alert area, you are instructed to immediately pull over to the side of the road, turn on your hazard lights, and remain inside your vehicle. Pedestrians are strongly urged to find immediate indoor shelter, as severe disorientation will occur within a matter of minutes. Do not attempt to travel or navigate through the mist until conditions improve. All residents within the designated counties must shelter in place immediately. Take all essential supplies, including food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a battery-powered radio, a hand crank and blankets. Please follow these instructions given immediately. Stay tuned to local media sources for further updates on this rapidly developing situation.
Good evening. This is ABC 7 breaking news. The catastrophic weather crisis gripping the West Coast has taken a massive turn for the worse tonight. We can now confirm that an unprecedented, hyperdense fog has officially spread across almost the entire state of California, leaving millions in total darkness. The National Weather Service reports that visibility levels in the hardest-hit coastal and valley regions have plummeted from a few hundred feet down to an absolute zero minimum, completely paralyzing all transit systems and major highways. The sheer speed of this anomaly has prompted an immediate emergency broadcast from the state capitol. Just moments ago, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, addressed the public from an underground bunker, issuing a mandatory, statewide shelter-in-place order and warning citizens with this direct quote: "This is no longer a standard weather event. The fog is completely impassable, rendering travel lethal, and we have lost contact with multiple municipal sectors. Do not, under any circumstances, leave your homes, do not look out your windows, and remain entirely silent until help arrives." As atmospheric interference continues to shut down local emergency communication lines and 911 services, we urge everyone watching to secure your homes immediately. Stay tuned to ABC7 for as long as we can keep this broadcast on the air.
The opacity of the fog is not lowering anytime soon.
Yeah, fog isn't usually like this.
You think? I can't even see my neighbors from here and they probably can't see me either.
Hey, I found an MP4 file.
How is this relevant?
It's supposed to be highly classified and forbidden from being distributed or broadcast. However, someone somehow leaked it on the internet.
Goddamn, I guess someone is in huge trouble now. So what's up with the file?
I heard that it was recorded a few months ago. Maybe we should find out what it is?
All right, play it.
Hey, is the movie back on? No. The commercials are
It's just an audio log of people preparing some stuff and watching TV.
back on already.
Skip to a later timestamp.
Fine then.
Wait, the hell?
That's strange. When did this take place?
In Sandpoint. I heard there was an entity roaming around the city, killing people who looked at it after going motionless. That's why I wanted to listen to this file. Wait, there is a siren in this file. Let's listen to it.
It's a civil danger warning. Well, let's hear what
A civil
they're saying.
danger warning? Damn. That thing must have killed a lot of people.
I know, right? The alert said.
What the hell was that?
It sounded like a scream?
I don't think that scream was from the file itself. I think it was from outside. We shouldn't leave the house to investigate.
Yeah, definitely. It's dangerous out there.
Wait, something is breaking through the front door.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, you heard it too. Something dangerous is invading our home. Be quiet and board up the doors and windows. Don't let that thing enter our home.
Alright, you stay in this room. Call 911 now.
I can't. I think the lines are down.
Well, call somebody. We need help.
Stop screaming or you're gonna get us killed.
A civil danger warning has been issued for all of the state of California. The following message is transmitted at the request of the California Highway Patrol, the California Governor's Office of Emergency Services and the National Weather Service. Over the past few days, there have been multiple reports of hostile entities wreaking havoc across the state during the fog that is occurring across the entire state. These entities are the same entities which first appeared across Alaska and caused catastrophic damage throughout North America, and have recently breached containment. In addition, the National Weather Service has confirmed that the ongoing fog is actually the same fog which also first appeared in Alaska a few months ago and has also caused massive damage across the continent, along with the entities. Due to the extreme density of this fog, visibility levels statewide have dropped to an absolute minimum of 0 feet, rendering all travel entirely impossible. All residents across California are highly advised to do the following instructions immediately. If you look at one of these entities, you will enter a traumatized, motionless state. If the entity spots you in its line of sight, it will vigorously kill you on sight. These entities are known to render individuals motionless after viewing their facial features, and the person will be vigorously killed if one of the entities spots them. If you are not found, the motionless state will persist for 15 to 20 minutes at the latest before you can regain movement. Do not make yourself heard or seen, as these entities will also attempt to find you, and if you are found, they will force you to look at their facial features before brutally killing you. If you are inside your home, lock and barricade all doors and windows immediately, turn off all lights in your home and go into the lowest part of your house. If you are outside, immediately seek shelter without making yourself heard or seen. Remain calm at all times and remain in your shelter until the entities are eradicated. So far, the police have not yet been successful in eradicating or containing the entities. It is not recommended to evacuate, as the ongoing fog has severely reduced the visibility levels and it is currently making travel impossible for anyone that walks or drives. Please remain in your shelter at all times until an all clear is given.
Con Banorte Móvil tú dices cómo contratas una tarjeta de crédito, un fondo de inversión, un crédito de nómina y más. No importa el lugar, no importa el momento. Hazlo en tu app, en minutos y de forma segura. Con Banorte Móvil, la decisión está en tus manos. Banorte, el banco fuerte de México.
En Don Julio, el amor por el tequila y nuestra gente es primero. Ese amor nos llevó a crear el primer tequila añejo cristalino. Porque cuando hacemos las cosas por amor, el resultado sin duda merece ser compartido. Por amor, sin duda, Don Julio. Evita el exceso.
El Servicio Meteorológico Nacional ha emitido un decreto de emergencia absoluta sin precedentes para los municipios de Tijuana, Mexicali, Tecate y Rosarito. Se trata de una alerta meteorológica para Tijuana, Baja California y otras ciudades del norte de la península. Se ha detectado un aumento de partículas en aerosol a nivel del suelo en Baja California. Se ha observado una densa y anómala masa de niebla que se extiende lentamente por las zonas afectadas, probablemente causada por el desbordamiento de la niebla californiana actual. Según el Servicio Meteorológico Nacional de Estados Unidos, la niebla en California ha reducido significativamente la visibilidad hasta el cero absoluto. Debido a la drástica disminución de la visibilidad, se recomienda permanecer en casa o en el trabajo. No intente salir, ya que la visibilidad se ha reducido drásticamente y podría quedar completamente ciego. Manténgase alerta durante esta situación hasta que se dé la señal de fin de alerta.
The National Meteorological Service has issued an unprecedented, absolute emergency decree for the municipalities of Tijuana, Mexicali, Tecate, and Rosarito. This is a weather alert for Tijuana, Baja California, and other cities across the northern peninsula. An increase of aerosol particulates at the ground level have been detected across Baja California. A dense, anomalous fog mass has been seen slowly spreading across the affected areas, likely caused by the spillover of the current Californian fog that is ongoing. According to the National Weather Service in the United States, the fog in California has significantly reduced visibility down to absolute zero. Due to the fog decreasing visibility at a dramatic rate, you are advised to remain at your home or business. Do not attempt to go outside, as visibility levels have plummeted to absolute zero and you will be completely blinded. Stay vigilant during this situation until an all clear is given.
Banorte, el banco fuerte de México.
El momento de ser felices es ahora. Beneful, la felicidad de la hora. Tu perro sabe que vivir el presente sí es vida. Celébralo con Beneful, una explosión de sabores y texturas que hacen de la comida una experiencia de pleno disfrute. Beneful, la felicidad de la hora. Saludable siempre.
El sistema de alerta de emergencia ha sido activado. Por favor, espere las instrucciones de las autoridades. Este mensaje se transmite a solicitud de protección civil y del gobernador de Baja California. Se trata de una alerta de peligro civil para todo el estado de Baja California. Se recomienda encarecidamente a todos los residentes de Baja California que se refugien en sus hogares de inmediato. Además de la niebla que se extiende desde el estado de California, se confirma la presencia de un organismo desconocido en las zonas afectadas. Refúgiese en un espacio cerrado donde no pueda ser visto ni escuchado. Se sabe que esta entidad permanece invisible hasta que se encuentra directamente frente a usted. Si ve sus rasgos faciales, quedará inmóvil, y si la entidad lo ve, lo matará brutalmente. Si la entidad no lo encuentra, este estado de inmovilidad persistirá entre 15 y 20 minutos. Esta entidad también intentará encontrar a cualquiera que se haga oír o ver. Cuando encuentre a una persona, la obligará a ver su rostro antes de matarla brutalmente. Se recomienda encarecidamente a los residentes de Baja California que permanezcan en sus casas y busquen refugio de inmediato. Reúna todos los suministros necesarios, como alimentos y agua, para prolongar su supervivencia. Si se encuentra al aire libre, busque inmediatamente el refugio más cercano sin hacerse oír ni ver. Se desaconseja encarecidamente la evacuación, ya que la visibilidad es prácticamente nula, lo que imposibilita la orientación en el exterior e impide detectar la presencia de alguna entidad. Manténgase alerta y conserve la calma en todo momento hasta nuevo aviso.
This is an emergency update on the dense fog. We previously believed that this fog was only spreading throughout the state of California. However, it has now been reported to be spreading across portions of the West Coast including Oregon, Arizona, and Nevada as well as several border cities in Mexico. Mass deaths have been reported throughout the affected areas, with the vast majority occurring in California. Our failure to secure this information has not only made the West Coast states, but the entire United States and possibly the entire continent vulnerable. This fog makes everything outside, and potentially even inside, completely blurry. rendering individuals entirely blind. Entering the fog will either cause you to suffer from catastrophic accidents due to visibility levels plummeting to absolute zero, or result in you being spotted and killed by the hidden entities. Furthermore, this fog is spreading at an intense rate, making the situation even more dangerous. Our studies have shown that the fog has significantly evolved and developed since late April, the time when it was first reported in Alaska. According to the National Weather Service, by the time that first wave ended in May, it had killed approximately 90 million people on the North American continent, roughly one-third of our population, and caused massive, unprecedented damage. This is an extremely dangerous situation for the entire country. This fog is likely to be the next continental cataclysm if we cannot stop it. Sadly, stopping this mutated fog won't be as easy as the first one. The first wave was devastating, but we managed to secure the remaining anomalous material and transfer it to an undisclosed authority for study. However, it has been shockingly confirmed that the anomaly has breached containment. It is currently causing destruction for a second time, and sadly, it is highly unlikely that this fog will ever be contained again. We need to quickly take action before humanity is finished, and falls to the hands of the fog and the entities.
Financial scam, but she was saved by an incredible stroke of luck. An Uber driver who pulled into her driveway by mistake, looking for a completely different passenger.
It began with a high-pressure phone call. A local woman in her 90s was told by someone claiming to be with Wells Fargo that her personal banking information had been compromised.
He just told me that they had opened an investigation because some of the personal information
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency and numerous state-level governments. Over the past several days, a mysterious event has been occurring across the western United States. An extremely dangerous fog has formed, which not only renders travel almost impossible, but also harbors hostile entities. These entities induce a motionless state when looked at, and will brutally kill any civilian they spot. This fog has now spread across numerous states, including California, Nevada, Arizona, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Utah, New Mexico, and portions of Colorado and Wyoming. It is currently spreading to other areas outside the western region of the United States. It is expected that most areas of the western region will undergo fog conditions and experience multiple reports of these entities within the next few days. Plans are currently being devised by the federal government to help prevent the fog from spreading further. All residents in the western United States who are not currently experiencing fog conditions are instructed to prepare immediately for the arrival of the fog and the accompanying entities. It is crucial to remain silent and out of sight during the fog, as the entities will find anyone who makes themselves heard or seen. Remain tuned to your local media for further updates.
I am sending this message to you regarding the massive fog that has been spreading across the western United States. At this exact moment, I am ordering a total lockdown for the entire western United States in order to prevent the fog from spreading further. I have ordered military patrols to completely block off the borders of the affected region. No one is allowed to enter or exit the area. This fog is extremely dangerous, and multiple hostile organisms have been reported attacking civilians on site. They are causing unprecedented chaos as I speak, and they have also been seen attacking portions of Canada and Mexico. We must not allow the situation to spread across the entire United States and potentially the rest of the continent. That is why I am ordering the immediate lockdown of the western United States and the absolute fortification of its borders. Thank you for listening to this address. Please take action now. Protect your families, and may God bless you.
This is a national activation of the emergency alert system for the entire western United States. This is not a test. The President of the United States has issued a national emergency message for the following areas: California, Washington, Oregon, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, and New Mexico. Effective immediately until further notice. By order of the President, Joe Biden, a total lockdown has been issued for the entirety of the western United States. All businesses, government facilities, and public infrastructure within the designated zone are ordered to cease operations and shut down indefinitely until the fog is no longer a threat. All civilian transit across state borders is strictly prohibited, and all non-essential travel has been restricted to emergency personnel only. The borders have been sealed. No individual is allowed in or out of the western United States until these restrictions have been lifted by the federal government. A military blockade has been established at all borders of the western states. All citizens are required to stay indoors until further notice. It is currently unknown when these restrictions will be lifted. If you are caught outside, you will be arrested. If you conspire with others to defy these emergency mandates, you will be executed. These emergency laws are to be taken with absolute seriousness, and when caught violating them will be detained or met with lethal force. Law enforcement and military personnel are strictly ordered to neutralize the entities within the fog to prevent them from spreading to the rest of the country. Do not attempt to go outside for any reason if your area experiences fog conditions, as the hostile entities utilize the mass for concealment. Exposure to an entity will induce a completely motionless state lasting 15 to 20 minutes. If an entity spots you while you are immobilized, you will be brutally killed. Always remain silent and hidden, as they will track anyone who makes themselves heard or seen. To all citizens listening to this message, we understand the severity of these measures, but we will contain the fog and the entities, bring justice to the fallen, and restore normal operations. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further updates and information.
Attention! You are endangering the public and threatening to spread the fog further. Return to your homes immediately, or we will have no choice but to use lethal force against you.
They aren't backing down, Kong. The crowd is completely bottlenecked at the border gate. We need reinforcements before they breach the perimeter.
Comet isn't sending help, man. The fog is closing from behind them. Look, I passed here to stop. Lock and load your firearms right now.
Attention! This is your final warning. Disperse immediately or you will be shot.
Oh my god, they're charging us! Open fire! Oh my god, the mob is going to bring on too many of them. Hunt them down! not let them reach the water.
Oh, shit. We're about to get trampled. The line broke. Retreat! Retreat now!
Holy shit, are those the entities?
Miller, look away! Miller?
He's not moving. He's completely frozen. We need to get help immediately.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. The station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air, providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is station WTTV. We will continue to serve the Indianapolis area. If you are not in this local area, pay attention information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Indianapolis city area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. An anomalous phenomenon, which originated in the state of California, is now occurring across the entire North American continent. The vast majority of regions across the United States, Mexico, and Canada have been completely enveloped by the fog, causing visibility levels to drop rapidly to absolute zero. Furthermore, there have been multiple reports of hostile entities within the fog. These entities target and brutally kill residents who are immobilized after making visual contact. There are currently 25 million confirmed fatalities across the continent, with 15 million deaths occurring within the United States alone. The United States government has issued a mandatory, nationwide shelter-in-place order for the entire country, including regions where fog conditions have not yet been observed. Residents are ordered to immediately board up all windows and doors, and ensure that no one makes themselves heard or seen. Maintain composure. Panicking will only severely compromise your safety. All emergency services, including 911 dispatch lines, have been suspended indefinitely due to severe atmospheric interference from the fog. Do not attempt to travel outside for any reason. You will be entirely blind and unable to detect if an entity is in your immediate vicinity. Joint military operations between the United States, Canada, and Mexico are attempting to neutralize the threat, but all attempts thus far have been completely unsuccessful. Reports confirm the entities are entirely immune to all standard firearms and conventional weaponry. Your only defense is to lock yourself inside your home, remain silent, and stay hidden. The President of the United States, alongside executive representatives and the First Family, has been relocated to an undisclosed, secure facility.
please stand by for a direct address from the President?
My fellow Americans, I address you today not from the Oval Office, but from a secure command facility deep beneath the earth. I am breathing the same recycled air as the brave men and women who volunteered to stay behind and keep this transmission line open. As I speak, the reports coming from our final tracking satellites are devastating. The United States we knew is gone. The fog has claimed our cities, our plains, our coastlines, and our capitals. It has swallowed most areas of Canada and Mexico just the same. We are witnessing an extinction-level event that defies every law of nature and science we have ever relied upon. To those of you still listening from your basements, your boarded-up rooms, and your darkened homes, I will not lie to you to offer a false sense of comfort. Our military forces fought with everything they had. They deployed our most advanced weapons, and they gave their lives trying to hold a line that could not be held. The entities we face cannot be killed by bullets, bombs, or fire. We are completely outmatched, but defeat does not mean surrender. If we cannot fight, we must endure. Your weapons are no longer your rifles. Your weapons are your silence, your patience, and your shadows. The entities cannot take you if they cannot see or hear you. Protect your children. Do not look out the windows, no matter what noises you hear mimicking your loved ones on the other side of the glass. The federal government is down, but we are not entirely dark. Our scientists are working around the clock in bunkers across the globe to understand this anomaly. Until we find an answer, your sole objective is to survive. This may be the last time you hear my voice for a very long time. The power grids are failing, and the static is closing in. Hold on to your faith, hold on to each other in the dark, and preserve the human spirit. May God protect those who remain, and may God bless the United States of America.
That was the message from the President of the United States. All normal programming will be suspended temporarily. The United States government thanks you for your cooperation. May God bless you all, and may God bless the United States of America.
The Government of Canada, through Public Safety Canada, has issued an immediate national security alert. Please stand by for the following instructions.
Le gouvernement du Canada, par l'entremise de Sécurité publique Canada, a émis une alerte immédiate à la sécurité nationale. Veuillez patienter pour les instructions suivantes.
The Government of Canada has confirmed that an anomalous, highly hazardous fog mass has entered Canadian territory from the United States and is rapidly expanding across the nation and the North American continent. This fog harbors multiple hostile entities and they are actively targeting and killing individuals who become immobilized upon making visual contact.
Le gouvernement du Canada confirme qu'une masse de brouillard anormale et hautement dangereuse a pénétré le territoire canadien en provenance des États-Unis et se propage rapidement à travers le pays et le continent nord-américain. Ce brouillard abrite de multiples entités hostiles. Ces entités ciblent et tuent activement les personnes qui deviennent immobiles après avoir établi un contact visuel.
If you establish visual contact with one of these entities, you will become instantly frozen in place. If the entity spots you while you are immobilized, you will be brutally killed. If you are not spotted, the paralysis will fade after 15 to 20 minutes. Be advised that the entities actively hunt for any individuals who make themselves heard or seen.
Si vous établissez un contact visuel avec l'une de ces entités, vous serez instantanément figé sur place. Si l'entité vous repère pendant que vous êtes immobilisé, vous serez brutalement tué. Si vous n'êtes pas repéré, la paralysie s'estompera après 15 à 20 minutes. Sachez que les entités chassent activement toute personne qui se fait entendre ou voir.
More than 25 million fatalities have been reported across the continent, with 8 million confirmed deaths within Canada alone due to the catastrophic nature of this situation. The entirety of Canada has been placed under an absolute lockdown until further notice.
Plus de 25 millions de décès ont été signalés à travers le continent, dont 8 millions de morts confirmés au Canada uniquement, en raison de la gravité catastrophique de la situation. L'ensemble du territoire canadien a été placé sous un confinement absolu jusqu'à un nouvel ordre.
All residents within Canadian territory are ordered to execute the following life safety directives. Immediately, seek shelter in an interior room, a basement, or the lowest level of your home entirely. Devoid of windows, you must immediately board up, reinforce, and obscure all doors and windows to ensure no light leaks outside. Enforce absolute silence and remain completely unseen, as the entities aggressively hunt and target anyone who exposes their presence through sight or sound.
Tous les résidents du territoire canadien sont priés d'appliquer immédiatement les consignes de sécurité suivantes: se réfugier dans une pièce intérieure, un sous-sol ou le niveau le plus bas de leur domicile, dépourvu de fenêtres. Il est impératif de condamner, renforcer et occulter immédiatement toutes les portes et fenêtres afin d'empêcher toute infiltration de lumière. Un silence absolu et de rigueur, et il est impératif de rester totalement invisible, car les entités traquent et ciblent agressivement quiconque révèle leur présence, que ce soit par la vue ou par le son.
If you hear vocalizations, knocking, or any activity outside your home, do not attempt to investigate, under any circumstances. It is a deception meant to draw you into visual contact. Evacuation is entirely impossible as atmospheric visibility levels have dropped to absolute zero across the country, and joint military containment efforts have failed due to the entities proving completely immune to conventional weaponry.
Si vous entendez des cris, des coups ou toute autre activité à l'extérieur de votre domicile, n'essayez en aucun cas d'aller vérifier, il s'agit d'une ruse destinée à vous attirer. L'évacuation est totalement impossible. La visibilité étant nulle sur l'ensemble du territoire, et les efforts conjoints des forces armées pour contenir l'attaque ont échoué, les entités s'étant révélées totalement insensibles aux armes conventionnelles.
All emergency response infrastructure, including dispatch lines, has been shut down indefinitely due to severe fog interference, leaving you entirely self-reliant. Furthermore, the Prime Minister of Canada, alongside executive representatives and the First Family, has been successfully relocated to an undisclosed, secure subterranean facility and is unavailable to speak on the air at this time.
En raison d'un épais brouillard, toutes les infrastructures d'intervention d'urgence, y compris les lignes de répartition des appels d'urgence, sont hors service pour une durée indéterminée. Vous êtes donc entièrement autonome. De plus, le Premier ministre du Canada, ainsi que des représentants du gouvernement et la première famille, ont été mis en sécurité dans un lieu souterrain tenu secret et ne peuvent être contactés par voie radio pour le moment.
Your sole objective now is to stay hidden, maintain silence, and survive. Stand by for further automated transmissions from the National Public Alerting System, and may God protect you all.
Votre seul objectif est désormais de rester caché, de garder le silence et de survivre. Soyez à l'écoute des prochains messages automatisés du Système national d'alerte publique. Que Dieu vous protège.
Por favor, espere y preste atención al mensaje. 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 Esta es una alerta de seguridad nacional emitida para todo el territorio de la República Mexicana. Se confirma que la masa de niebla anómala y altamente peligrosa que ingresó inicialmente por el estado de Baja California se ha propagado rápidamente por todo México, bloqueando por completo las redes viales y haciendo que todo tránsito sea imposible debido a niveles de visibilidad reducidos a cero absoluto. Esta niebla alberga múltiples entidades hostiles que están cazando activamente dentro del perímetro. Se advierte a la población que estas entidades apuntan y masacran con brutalidad a las personas que quedan completamente inmovilizadas y paralizadas tras establecer contacto visual directo. Si usted llega a ver a una de estas entidades, quedará instantáneamente congelado en su lugar. Si la entidad lo ve mientras está inmovilizado, será brutalmente asesinado. En caso de que no sea detectado por la entidad, la parálisis cesará después de un lapso de 15 a 20 minutos. Se parta asimismo que las entidades cazan activamente a cualquier persona que se exponga visualmente o emita algún tipo de sonido. Su única prioridad es refugiarse, asegurar sus hogares y permanecer en completo silencio y oscuridad. Se han reportado más de 25 millones de muertes en todo el continente, 2 millones de ellas solo en México. Ante esta peligrosa situación, el presidente de México ha decretado el confinamiento obligatorio para todo el país. Se ordena a todos los residentes dentro del territorio nacional ejecutar las siguientes directivas de seguridad de manera inmediata: busque refugio en una habitación interior, un sótano o el nivel más bajo de su hogar que carezca por completo de ventanas. Debe tapiar, reforzar y oscurecer inmediatamente todas las puertas y ventanas, para asegurarse de que ninguna luz se filtre al exterior. Imponga un silencio absoluto, y permanezca completamente fuera de la vista, ya que las entidades cazan y acechan agresivamente a cualquiera que exponga su presencia a través de la vista o el sonido. Si escucha vocalizaciones, golpes, o cualquier actividad fuera de su hogar, no intente investigar bajo ninguna circunstancia. Es un engaño destinado a atraerlo hacia el contacto visual. La evacuación es completamente imposible ya que los niveles de visibilidad atmosférica han caído a cero absoluto en todo el país. Y los esfuerzos de contención de las Fuerzas Armadas conjuntas han fallado debido a que las entidades han demostrado ser completamente inmunes al armamento convencional. Toda la infraestructura de respuesta a emergencias se ha suspendido indefinidamente debido a la grave interferencia del conteo de niebla, dejándolo completamente dependiente de sus propios recursos. Además, se le informa que el presidente de la República, junto con los representantes ejecutivos y la primera familia, ha sido reubicado con éxito en una instalación subterránea segura e no identificada, y no está disponible para hablar al aire en este momento. Su único objetivo ahora es mantenerse oculto, mantener el silencio y sobrevivir. Manténgase atento para más transmisiones automatizadas de protección civil, y que Dios proteja a los que permanecen.
This is a national security alert issued for the entire territory of the Mexican Republic. It is confirmed that the anomalous and highly hazardous fog mass, which initially entered through the state of Baja California, has rapidly propagated across all of Mexico, completely blocking road networks and making all transit impossible due to atmospheric visibility levels dropping to absolute zero. This fog harbors multiple hostile entities that are actively hunting within the perimeter. The public is warned that these entities target and brutally massacre individuals who become completely immobilized and paralyzed upon establishing direct visual contact. If you happen to see one of these entities, you will be instantly frozen in place. If the entity sees you while you are immobilized, You will be brutally killed. If you are not detected by the entity, the paralysis will cease after a period of 15 to 20 minutes. Be advised that the entities also actively hunt for any individuals who make themselves heard or seen. Your sole priority is to take shelter, secure your homes, and remain in complete silence and darkness. More than 25 million deaths have been reported across the continent, with 2 million of them in Mexico alone. Faced with this dangerous situation, the President of Mexico has declared a mandatory shelter in place for the entire country. All residents within national territory are ordered to execute the following life safety directives immediately. Seek shelter in an interior room, a basement, or the lowest level of your home entirely devoid of windows. You must immediately board up, reinforce and obscure all doors and windows to ensure no light leaks outside. Enforce absolute silence and remain completely unseen, as the entities aggressively hunt and target anyone who exposes their presence through sight or sound. If you hear vocalizations, knocking, or any activity outside your home, do not attempt to investigate under any circumstances. It is a deception meant to draw you into visual contact. Evacuation is entirely impossible, as atmospheric visibility levels have dropped to absolute zero across the country, and joint military containment efforts have failed due to the entities proving completely immune to conventional weaponry. All emergency response infrastructure has been shut down indefinitely due to severe fog interference, leaving you entirely self-reliant. Furthermore, the President of the Republic, alongside executive representatives and the First Family, has been successfully relocated to an undisclosed, secure subterranean facility and is unavailable to speak on the air at this time. Your sole objective now is to stay hidden, maintain silence, and survive. Stand by for further automated transmissions from Civil Protection, and may God protect those who remain.
Uma névoa anômala e perigosa, que surgiu inicialmente nos Estados Unidos, foi observada se espalhando por diversos países da América do Sul, incluindo o Brasil. As seguintes áreas foram atingidas pela névoa: Acre, Amazonas, Roraima, Amapá, Pará e Maranhão. Além disso, relatos indicam que vários organismos hostis dentro da névoa estão atacando pessoas que permanecem imóveis após observá-los. Segundo o governo dos Estados Unidos, você ficará paralisado se olhar diretamente para uma dessas entidades. Se ela ouvir enquanto você estiver imóvel, você acabará sendo morto. Caso não seja encontrado, o estado de imobilidade durará de 15 a 20 minutos. Mais de 900 mil mortes foram registradas em todas as áreas afetadas do Brasil, e a previsão é de que a neblina se espalhe ainda mais. Os moradores que residem nas áreas afetadas são aconselhados a seguir imediatamente as instruções abaixo para maximizar suas chances de sobrevivência. Procure abrigo em um cômodo interno, um porão ou andar mais baixo da sua casa, sem janelas. Imediatamente, vede, reforce e esconda todas as portas e janelas para garantir que nenhuma luz entre. Permaneça em silêncio e completamente invisível, pois as entidades também podem caçar qualquer um que se faça ouvir ou ser visto. Caso ouça ruídos vindos de fora durante o nevoeiro, não tente sair para investigar. A evacuação não é recomendada neste momento, pois os níveis de visibilidade caíram para zero absoluto nas áreas afetadas. As Forças Armadas estão empenhadas em conter a anomalia, mas até o momento nenhuma tentativa obteve sucesso. Os serviços de emergência foram temporariamente suspensos até que a anomalia seja controlada.
Fique atento para mais informações sobre a situação.
This is BBC News bringing you an urgent update. A massive, dense fog which first originated in the United States has officially breached the European continent, rapidly enveloping the United Kingdom while simultaneously spreading across nations in South America. Data models indicate it is highly likely that the fog will eventually reach Asia and Africa, resulting in mass destruction all around the world. Hundreds of thousands of fatalities have already been reported across heavily affected areas in the UK, including London, Birmingham, and Liverpool. In response to this catastrophic breakdown, the Ministry of Defence has issued an absolute, immediate civil lockdown for the entirety of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. COBRA is currently meeting in an emergency session, and the Prime Minister has transitioned executive operations to a secure underground bunker. You are strictly ordered to remain inside your home, do not attempt to travel, and do not step outside under any circumstances. Furthermore, we must emphasize the absolute gravity of the life safety directives issued by Public Health England and the Home Office. This fog has been confirmed to harbour multiple hostile entities that induce physical paralysis upon visual contact, and they are actively.
This is BBC News from London. We interrupt our normal programming to deliver an emergency broadcast. This is an official statement from the British government delivered on behalf of Her Majesty's government. A massive, dense fog which first originated in the United States has spread across multiple countries around the world, including the United Kingdom. Areas across the UK such as London, Birmingham and Liverpool have entirely been covered by the fog, making travel impossible due to visibility levels being dropped to near zero. Additionally, there have been numerous reports of entities within the fog actively killing people who are rendered immobile upon establishing direct visual contact. If you see one of these entities, you will be frozen in place. If it sees you while you're not moving, you will be eventually killed. If you are not found, the motionless state will last for 15 to 20 minutes. Remember that they also actively hunt down and kill people who make themselves heard or seen. Mass deaths and injuries have also been reported nationwide, and it is expected that the fog is going to move across Africa and Asia. Facing with this deadly situation, we urge you to follow the instructions immediately, if your area experiences fog conditions. Seek shelter in an interior room, a basement or the lowest floor of your home, where it's dark and ideally has no windows. You must immediately board up, reinforce and obscure all doors and windows to ensure no light leaks outside. Stay silent and remain completely unseen, as the entities can also hunt for anyone who makes themselves heard or seen. If you hear noises coming from outside during the fog, do not attempt to go outside to investigate. Evacuation is not recommended at this time, as visibility levels have dropped to absolute zero in the affected areas and you won't be able to know if an entity is nearby or not. The military of the UK, along with forces from various countries, is actively trying to take down the entities, but no attempts have been successful so far. All emergency services have been shut down until the emergency has been lifted. Queen Elizabeth II, along with her representatives and her royal family, has been moved to an undisclosed location and cannot speak on the air at this time. During this crisis, you are advised to stay in your home and have all entrances locked until an all clear is given. This broadcast will now cease transmission. Please stay tuned to official communication channels for further information and instructions.
This is a priority transmission from the North Atlantic Council, broadcasting across all available military and civilian frequencies. Today, on the 3rd of August 2022, NATO has convened an extraordinary worldwide emergency summit following the catastrophic escalation of the global atmospheric crisis. The anomalous entity-dense fog mass has officially breached the Mediterranean and the Indian Ocean, rapidly seeping into the continents of Africa and Asia and threatening total global annihilation. Global intelligence networks now estimate that the worldwide death toll has catastrophically surpassed 90 million fatalities, with millions more missing or unaccounted for as entire metropolitan centers across North America, Europe, and South America go entirely dark. In response to this unprecedented transnational threat, the North Atlantic Council has officially invoked Article 5 of the Washington Treaty, declaring this an unprovoked assault on the entirety of the free world. For the first time in history, our strategic military alliance has integrated command structures with non-NATO partners across Asia and Africa to coordinate a unified global defense strategy. Joint military assets are currently executing emergency containment operations, utilizing heavy armor and aerial bombardment to delay the advance of the fog mass, though we must report that conventional kinetic weaponry continues to show negligible efficacy against the hostile entities within. Civilian populations across all affected hemispheres are ordered to comply immediately with international martial law directives. You must seek immediate shelter in subterranean bunkers or windowless interior rooms, enforce absolute light discipline, and maintain complete silence. Do not under any circumstances attempt to look into the fog or investigate external anomalies, as visual contact induces instant physical paralysis, leaving you vulnerable to immediate execution by the hunting entities. With the United Nations Security Council effectively dissolved due to regional collapses, NATO and its global coalition partners have assumed supreme command over remaining emergency infrastructure until further notice. Maintain your hiding positions, conserve your resources, and stand by for further emergency updates from the North Atlantic Council. May whatever forces remain protect the citizens of this Earth. End of today's emergency meeting.
هذا بيان طارئ من وزارة الداخلية والدفاع المدني بالمملكة العربية السعودية. في تمام الساعة 5:52 مساء بتوقيت المملكة العربية السعودية يوم 3 أغسطس لسنة 2022 أعلنت حالة طوارئ وطنية قصوى. لقد اخترقت كتلة الضباب الشديدة الخطورة المشار إليها في التقارير العسكرية الدولية حدودنا رسمياً، قادمة بقوة من الخليج العربي والبحر الأحمر في آن واحد. وحتى هذه اللحظة وردت أنباء عن وقوع إصابات بالغة وانعدام الرؤية تماماً في مناطق حيوية رئيسية، بما في ذلك مراكز المنطقة الشرقية في أدمام والخبر، ومدينة جدة الساحلية، والعاصمة الرياض. وقد تأكد احتواء كتلة الضباب هذه على العديد من الكائنات المعادية المفترسة التي تصطاد بنشاط كل من يعيش داخل محيطها. وتصدر الوزارة تحذيراً شديد اللهجة بشأن الآليات البيولوجية لهذه التهديدات. إن أي اتصال بصري مباشر مع أي من هذه الكائنات سيؤدي إلى شلل جسدي فوري لا إرادي. وإذا رصدك أحد هذه الكائنات وأنت عاجز عن الحركة، فسوف تقتل بوحشية. إذا تجاوزك الكيان دون أن يرصدك، فسيزول الشلل تلقائياً بعد 15 إلى 20 دقيقة. علاوة على ذلك، تتعقب هذه الكيانات وجود البشر عن طريق البصر والسمع. يؤمر جميع المواطنين والمقيمين في المملكة بتنفيذ تعليمات السلامة الفورية التالية: التراجع فوراً إلى غرفة داخلية بلا نوافذ أو قبو، وإغلاق جميع الأبواب والنوافذ الزجاجية بإحكام، وإطفاء جميع مصادر الضوء، والالتزام بالصمت التام. إذا سمعت أصواتاً أو طرقاً أو صرخات استغاثة من خارج مسكنك، فلا تحاول النظر إلى الخارج أو التحقق من الأمر، فهذه آلية صيد معروفة تستخدمها الكيانات لإجبارك على التواصل البصري. جميع شبكات الطرق السريعة والرحلات الجوية الداخلية ووسائل النقل العام معلقة إلى أجل غير مسمى، وجميع خدمات الطوارئ المدنية بما في ذلك شبكة الاتصال معطلة بشكل دائم. أن توحدك خلال هذه الحالة الطارئة. أبق أجهزة الراديو التي تعمل بالبطاريات مضبوطة على هذا التردد، وحافظ على مواقعك المخفية في ظلام دامس، ونسأل الله أن يحفظ المملكة وأهلها.
月18号，礼拜四的早安，您好，台视新闻，我是侯乃荣。头条讯息带您来关心到台电核二厂爆出了集体收贿弊案，前厂长曾文煌涉嫌办理采购案的时候。
中华民国已对以下地区发布民防警报：新竹、苗栗、台中、彰化、云林、嘉义、嘉义县及台南。自2022年8月5日晚间7时台湾标准时间起，上述西部及中部地区已实施全面封锁。先前突破西半球的一场剧毒物团已跨越太平洋，完全笼罩台湾海峡，并向内陆沿海平原移动，向东席卷阿里山山区。所有指定区域的大气能见度均已降至0度，导致所有紧急交通、平民疏散通道及军事行动完全无法进行。中央紧急行动中心汇整的初步数据显示，这场持续的灾难已造成惨重的伤亡，光是过去72小时内，区域死亡人数就迅速攀升，估计已达6万人，另有超过11万人失踪。这片浓雾如同掩护，为多种敌对的掠食性实体提供了地面掩护，他们正肆无忌惮地在城市和乡村地区猎杀。国防部明确警告，与这些实体直接接触会立即引发完全的神经系统休克，导致持续15至20分钟的全身瘫痪。若有人在瘫痪期间被发现，将被这些实体无情地杀死。为确保生存，所有位于警告区域内的居民都被严格命令锁好住所，加固所有入口，遮蔽所有窗户以防止漏光，并保持绝对的安静。在任何情况下都不要离开家，忽略任何外部听觉异常或模仿家人在外面发出的声音，并等待国家消防局广播系统发出的进一步自动数位传输。
ほんの数分前、米国で発生し、世界各国に広がった濃霧が東京に到達しました。視界はほぼゼロにまで低下しており、外出はほぼ不可能で、命に関わる危険性があります。屋内に泊まり、必需品はすべて持参することをお勧めします。
日本国内の霧の中で、複数の敵対的存在が報告されています。これらの存在は、我が国の文明と国家安全保障に対する脅威です。これらの存在は、 動きのない人を攻撃します。もし彼らを見かけたら、あなたは動かなくなります。もし動かない状態で彼らに見つかったら、あなたは残酷に殺されます。もし見つからなかったら、あなたは15分から20分間動かないままになります。彼らはまた、声を出したり姿を見せたりする人を積極的に追い詰めます。日本全国で多数の死傷者が出ています。このような状況を受け、皆様には以下の指示に直ちに従っていただくようお願いいたします。直ちに地下室、地下壕、または窓のない室内へ避難してください。室内火はすべて消し、窓は完全に覆い隠して、人目を引かないように光漏れを防いでください。絶対的な静寂を保ってください。騒音を発する電化製品の電源を切り、音を立てないでください。これらの存在は音で人間の存在を感知します。すべての出入り口を施錠し、補強してください。視界が全くなく、極めて危険なため、いかなる状況元でも家から出たり、移動を試みたりしないでください。戸外でノック音、奇妙な物音、または発声が聞こえても、たとえそれが困っている近隣住民や家族の声に似ていても、決して調べに行かないでください。それは、視覚的な接触を強要するための罠です。この状況に関する最新情報が入り次第、詳しい情報と指示をお知らせします。
It's been some time since the fog reached our village. The monsters outside haven't found me yet. They found my family though, and they killed them. Thank God I managed to escape and retreat to my basement. I live in a completely rural area, and I haven't heard any screams for at least a couple of days now. Everyone else must be gone. I've been alone down here for what feels like a lifetime. I completely lost track of day and night. It just feels like an eternity. And I'm starting to forget how beautiful the outside was. I miss the sunlight. I miss how bright it was. I know we're supposed to keep total darkness, so I keep my lantern on. But sometimes the blackness gets too heavy. I only turn it on for a few seconds when I absolutely need to see, praying to God that nothing outside catches the glow. Wait, did I just hear a scream? If it was, that must be the entity lingering outside. Please don't find me here. I need to stay silent and unseen so that it can find me. It's gone. Oh my God! It's trying to break in. I need to hide. Wait. Why can't I move? No! 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 This can't be happening! My body's shaking, but I still can't move! God! Please! Don't kill me! I don't deserve this! No! No! Please!
My fellow Americans, this is the final address I will ever make to you. The fog, which we initially reported as isolated to the state of California, has now enveloped the globe, fully submerging almost every nation and island on Earth. We initially believed this phenomenon could be managed, that it would dissipate within days. We were wrong. Its velocity and density have overwhelmed every system we have. Furthermore, the entities harboring within the mass have proven fundamentally invincible. conventional military force has completely failed to halt their advance. They are hunting across every hemisphere, and our global population is collapsing by the hour. Armed forces across the world, including our own, have reached the end of their capabilities. There is no counteroffensive left to mount. The world has fallen to the fog. My fellow citizens, we have been completely overthrown. I urge those of you who are sheltered together to hold your families close. I know it is agonizing to face an inevitable fate, but letting fear consume you wastes what little time remains. Life is precious. Do not spend its final hours terrified. Reassure the ones you love. Whatever comes next, we do not know, but we know our time is running out. As your president, I must ask for your forgiveness. We hid the true extent of our military failures, clinging to false hope and projecting a strength we did not have while the world crumbled. It was an act of cowardice, and we carry that burden into the dark with us. This is my final message to you all. May we find each other again in whatever lies beyond. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America.
This is the final transmission from the United Nations General Secretariat, broadcasting from a secure, decentralized terminal. Today, the United Nations hereby declares the permanent cessation of all formal global governance. It is a deep regret that we must officially confirm what has become undeniably apparent. Humanity has been entirely overthrown. The anomalous fog mass has achieved absolute global saturation, leaving no continent, island, or sovereign territory untouched. The hostile entities within the perimeter have entirely dismantled the armed forces of the world. Conventional weaponry, strategic defenses, and international coalitions have failed. We are now a species without a military, without infrastructure, and without a cure. Our global population is experiencing an unprecedented, irreversible collapse. For those who are still surviving in the deep silence of your shelters, the time for geopolitical directives, containment protocols, and evacuation orders has passed. The United Nations Security Council has officially dissolved. We can no longer offer you a strategy for survival. We can only echo the final sentiments of our fallen leaders. Do not let your remaining hours be entirely consumed by the terror of what stands outside your doors. If you are sheltered with family, with friends, or with neighbors, hold them close. If you are entirely alone in the dark, find solace in the memory of the world we once built together. Life on this planet was beautiful, and it was precious. As the final lights of human civilization go dark across the globe, we issue this ultimate closing statement on behalf of all mankind. We fought, we endured, and we coexisted until the very end. To the remaining citizens of Earth, whatever awaits our species in the great unknown, may we find peace. This is the United Nations, signing off for the final time. Goodbye.
Это последнее сообщение передается по просьбе того, что осталось от правительства Российской Федерации. В нынешнем состоянии страны наиболее вероятно, что правительство вскоре прекратит свою деятельность. Туман распространился на все страны и острова мира, и многочисленные враждебные силы безжалостно атакуют людей, что приводит к сокращению населения планеты. Кроме того, более 95% России разрушено до неузнаваемости, за исключением Москвы, хотя она скоро последует за ней. Россия, как и весь остальной мир,
скоро падать в руки тумана, и ожидается, что вся жизнь на Земле в ближайшем будущем вымерет. Всем оставшимся жителям России, которые все еще находятся на самоизоляции, настоятельно рекомендуется провести свои последние минуты с семьей и друзьями. Мы сожалеем, что не можем предотвратить то, чтобы туман поглотил мир, и мы сожалеем, что не можем восстановить справедливость. После этой последней трансляции в последний раз прозвучит государственный гимн, и все поддерживаемые государством ресурсы, такие как электричество и водоснабжение, будут навсегда включены, как и все службы экстренной помощи. Правительство Российской Федерации благодарит вас за сотрудничество. До свидания, и да пребудет с вами всеми Бог.
这是中华人民共和国国家应急管理中心发出的最后一次自动语音播报。所有有组织的国家治理和军事指挥机构正式崩溃，令人深感遗憾。异常浓雾已覆盖全国所有省、自治区、直辖市，达到完全饱和状态。继北京地下指挥所彻底失守，中央军委遭受重创之后，国家正式沦陷。迷雾中的敌对势力已经系统性地摧毁了我们的防御网络，使得传统的军事抵抗完全过时。全国99%以上的地区已完全失去控制。随着北京、上海和广州的陷落，其余地方政府也已停止一切运作，包括国家电网和供水系统在内的所有公共事业将在本次广播结束后立即停止运行。致散居在祖国各地的胜利公民，国家已无法保护你们。你们必须保持绝对沉默，身处黑暗之中，并与陪伴在你们身边的家人紧紧相依。你们也将不再依赖政府提供保护和生活必需品。中华人民共和国政府现在播放最后一次国歌，结束其最后一次广播。愿和平降临于我们所有人，即使身处黑暗之中。
Ta về đun nước pha trà, trồng hoa đọc sách, nuôi gà thả câu. Xin đời thôi bớt lo âu, chẳng mong nhung gớm, chỉ cầu bình an. Người ra phố thị thênh thang, ta về ngõ vắng nắng vàng sau hiên. Ta đi tìm mình ở phương nào.